Here we go. I've been known to play the wrong one. Our guest tonight is Liza V. She's a music educator here on TikTok. She plays ukulele, sings. And I thought her face looked real familiar. I was telling the guys a while ago, I'm like, I've seen her alive. She plays violin too. Just saying. I saw it. So, yeah. And if you can share that out, thank you. I saw that. And new emotes are coming too, because this is the Chat Chill Show. Woo! My holiday emotes are up. Thank you for displaying them, little Ironhead. Thank you so much. Yes, if you'll see new emotes, I put them up this week. So, yes. Oh, let me get the guests in. Sorry, squirrel. Yeah, you know how I get. Here we go. The one, Liza. She's coming. I promise. There she is.
Hello?
Hello, I can't see you yet.
I know. Why can't you see me? What's going on?
You have to turn on your camera.
Okay, where do I do that?
Okay, so I think if you push your button, it's different when you're on the other end, folks.
I know, and I'm not usually. It says you'll connect using audio. I don't want that. I want this.
Click,
there we
click on
go.
your icon, like your picture, and then there's something that looks like a camera. There it is. Yay! She made
it. Yay!
Hey, let me tell
Thank you all.
I didn't know where things were either when I first started, and sometimes I still don't. That's just how I am. They roll with it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the 9 people in the room. We need to get more. Hey, you know what? I told you at the very beginning of this, TikTok says, "Oh, we're welcoming in. We're inviting viewers to come or something like that."
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, fake news. I used to say that at school a lot. Fake news. When somebody tried to tell me a line, I would go, fake news, because they weren't telling me the truth. Anyway, but nevertheless, so my numbers grow when people share. So I rely on all of you down there in the chat. Thank you so much for the 9 people that are stuck with me. I was at 11. The 9 people that are in the room, please share out, please and thank you. I know we've just had a holiday, but our guest deserves double digits. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Double digits.
And I just
double digits would be.
I just shared with double digits myself, so let's go.
There you go.
Double digits. Hanging out. Oh, there's
all right. So
hi. Cool.
Yeah, chirpy chirp. Hello, welcome in. Hey, first question I ask everyone on the show. I say, what time zone are you in? Because
Central.
Hey, you're in Central Time?
Yes.
You're in Central Time.
Yes.
Really?
I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
You're in Oklahoma. Oh, for some reason I thought you were in Arizona, and I'm like, oh, she's in a different time zone. No,
nope.
she's. Oh, okay. Well, you didn't have to disclose that, but that's okay.
I'm happy to disclose that. Actually,
okay.
That's
some people do, and some people, it all varies. And I'm just like, give me the time zone.
Time zone, CST, baby.
Hey, in CST, there's tons of states in CST.
Right.
Like I'm in Central, and I'm states away. So
Wow. Yet here we are together right now. It's so crazy.
Yeah, like I'm on the Illinois side of St. Louis. So
oh, nice.
Yeah. So so we've got some distance, and we're still in the same time zone. So, and I was figuring out today. I know Squirrel for just a moment. I was like thinking of all my guests I've had this last year, and I'm like, okay, how many? Because the continent song I had in my head that I used to sing my kids to program them. Like North America. Yeah, I've had people from North America, South America. Yeah, Europe. Yeah, Asia. Yeah, Australia. Yeah, and don't forget Antarctica. And I'm like, I haven't had anybody from. I'm like, oh, but no one's really from the Antarctica, but you can go there to visit or work. And I have had a guest who's worked there. So yes, I have all 7 continents.
Yay! Let's go.
Yes. It took me a while to get there, but I got there. Sorry, folks. Yeah, it was one of those moments. But anyway, so like you go live. How often do you go live?
How often do I go live? It
Yeah.
depends on what the season is. If it's
Yeah.
in the summertime, I'm going live every single day.
Yeah, like on
Um,
this account, you go live and you sing and play your ukulele. Like a lot of
yep.
times she's on her front porch.
I,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
because if it's in the summertime or the
Yeah.
spring or the fall, or I mean, it's a
Yeah.
lovely, lovely place to be. And
Yeah.
so I just love to share my whole thing is that singing is what brings me joy and makes
Uh-huh.
me feel good.
Yeah.
And I've been singing since I was like teeny tiny. Like my mother told me I could sing before I could talk, and I was like, "What? How is that even possible?" But then I had children, and they were kind of like that too. And it's like,
Yay,
"Oh, okay, I
you
get
take,
it."
yeah,
And so there's so much crap out there, and of course that's what sells, and that's what
uh-huh. That's why
But
we're
I'm
only got 11 in the room versus others who
Right.
have
Okay,
hundreds.
exactly right. And so since I'm not like pretending to be an AI or doing something crazy,
Oh, a
I
rose.
don't need to though, because I'm going to do what I love, and as
Yeah.
long as I'm going to do what I love, I might as well share it with other people.
Right,
So here I
right.
am, and authentic is the 2023 word of the year
Authentic.
according
Authentic.
to the dictionary.
Okay.
And so
And
I'm like, yeah, that's what you get when you come to my live, is that you're going to get just hanging out with me on my porch or in my music room. And if it's during the school year, you know what? You're going to catch me few and far between. That's the truth.
I used to keep a
But
guitar in my
I've,
classroom for therapeutic reasons.
right? But I've got like
A
this
learning
beautiful
too, but
community of people here. I see that Tucker joined. Hi,
yeah, I
Tucker.
see a lot of
Um,
positive people down there that are going to
And
be
so,
supportive.
it's
Yes.
so wonderful that I know that when I am available to go live and that just is the time feels right and it's like, let's go, let's sing. There's always people out there that just want a place to chill. So,
Yeah, so it's a chill environment. So you kind of
yeah,
it's kind of whenever your lives are whenever.
they are kind of
Um,
whenever you kind of have to follow me so that like when I'm live, it's like, oh,
yeah.
hey, Liza's
So
live. Oh, okay.
follow this account. This is actually your backup account
It truthfully, this is technically my backup account
because
because
your face looked familiar to me. I'm like, I know a
I,
face and I know a voice, but
because
I'm
my
like,
first account was mostly violin stuff and playing a lot of.
uh-huh,
If you
uh-huh,
look up
told you.
hashtag violin soul, you'll see all these like, oh my gosh, all these violin videos. Um, but during the pandemic, when I was teaching from home and teaching like this for almost a year, it was crazy, and music at
Oh,
that.
oh
Trying
yeah.
to teach
Oh,
piano through a computer or orchestra. I mean, it was crazy. But that's, of course, then it gave me the time. And I was walking around my house a lot and I just started and I just picked up this ukulele that I had bought for my mom and
mhm.
she wasn't playing it as much. So I was like, okay, okay, okay. And so I just started playing songs that like I've always loved growing up that I heard on the radio or what have you. So literally the songs that I play are just songs that I love.
Yeah.
And so now it's been about 3 years and then the TikTok thing. And so it's like, well, why not? So I created this backup account because even though it seems silly that a musician should need a violin account separate from the singing account,
It's not silly.
it's not, because I feel like this is the
You
account
won't believe how many
actually
accounts I have.
that where you get me. Oh no, I missed your joke. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't believe how many accounts I have. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. You end up you start with one and then it just grows.
Well, and
Yeah.
I'll confess, I know that your live right now is 18 plus, and I'm a high school teacher for a reason because sometimes, I'm my
I
language
put
gets a little 18
18
plus.
plus because most kids would find us cringy,
Well, here's the thing.
and they would tell us that.
There are a lot of kids that have found my Violin Soul account because my
Oh,
number one video on there has like 100,000 views
oh,
because
girl.
I'm teaching kids how to do this like technique on an
Uh huh.
instrument.
Uh
And
huh.
so kids are like, oh, this is actually cool because they're actually learning. And so, if I wanted to go down the rabbit hole of a Patreon and go into all these,
Oh
but
yeah.
no, I'm a full-time music educator and I'm also a full-time professional violinist. I'm
Yes,
also a
she is.
mother of two kids in school,
Yes.
married to another professional musician who's a full-time 911 supervisor who works nights.
Yeah.
So our
So,
life is like,
AKA, she has a day job, folks.
right.
Yeah,
And so,
day job.
But the thing is, my lives then, maybe they wouldn't be 18 plus language here and there, and then maybe
Yeah,
they get
I don't
banned.
I
And
don't
so,
put 18 plus
so,
because of necessarily content
mhm.
or language. I mean, yeah. But
Sure.
I just know that I taught 9 and 10-year-olds primarily. I
Right.
taught
Okay. Right.
like okay.
Right. Right.
So, and I would know if they could find me. That's why I did that, like even on my
Yeah.
main account as Ironhead, I
Right.
had 18 and older because kids would find me when I had a previous account before this, and it was made. I made cringy stuff for kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they found me, and they would go like, "Whoa," stuff in the
Yeah. Right.
hall, like, "Oh yeah, like
Right.
she's on TikTok," like that's
Right.
cool. But I didn't want them to find
No.
Ironhead. I wanted to be
Yeah.
me, I
Yeah.
wanted my identity.
That's
Not
how
that
I
it's
feel about this
horrible.
Liza V sings, is that this is just me. This
Yeah,
is how I am all the time.
yeah.
And so, it's how I'm going to be. And I don't need you to follow this for any reason unless you just happen to love, seeing my face and what I have to put out in the world. So, hi to Steffi Marie and also Little Ironhead, Richard Myers, like the best. Yeah, Night
Yes,
Shift rocks. If I
yes.
had Night Shift in my head, I'd pull out my violin right now, but I was going to maybe save that
Oh,
um,
yeah.
for a song or something. I don't
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
else you
yeah,
want to do.
yeah.
This
I
is
was
your
just like,
show.
yeah. Well, we chat maybe just a little bit more. I'm kind of looking at the clock over there. Teaching me how to look at the clock.
Oh,
Have to stay
yeah.
on schedule. Have to stay on schedule, folks.
Yep.
But I'll ask a couple more questions, and I usually have the guests play something because they like that when they can have a little chill, and then we can go back and chat some more. So you worked nights as an RN on hot. Yes, Little
Oh, my
Ironhead, we
gosh.
know. That's why your feet took the toll they took. Yes, I know. Mama knows. Okay. Yes. Yes, I know. Yes. That's my daughter, by the way, down there, Little
Oh,
Ironhead.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Yeah.
not
Support.
just like your,
She is that's my only kid. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, right
Yeah.
on. That's
Yeah. Who
awesome.
just turned 27. My
Oh, my
kid.
gosh. I
Yeah.
just love it that you're Ironhead and Little Ironhead. Like, that's
Yeah.
so
Well,
cool.
had her name on TikTok,
Yeah.
and she had an ex who was kind of,
Oh, that
yeah.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so she wanted to change the name because he was finding her on different places. And he would even contact me but I'm like, "Oh, honey, I dealt with trolls. I
Hmm.
talk trolls. I got
Hmm.
this." You know.
Hmm.
But for her it would bother her. And I said, "Well, change your name to something." She said, "What? Hey, Sandy." She goes, "What am I going to change it to?" And I said, "Well, why don't you be a Little Ironhead? You're my Little Ironhead, aren't you?" Because I did a whole series thing on before it became a series on my main account about my Little Ironheads, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. So yeah, you're actually my Little Ironhead." So and so we call her LIH, or we call her Little I, or we call her Little. It's what we do. But Little Ironhead, thank you for being here. And I've been really spoiled. She's been off a couple months because she's had to have foot surgery. So she's been a constant moderator for me. But I know she's going to be going back to work soon. So that's going to be hit and missed. But my other moderators I see in the house, I see Southern's here, Ruthie's here. And so that gets into the question I'm going to ask you. Do you have
Okay.
moderators for
I
your
do have
show?
moderators. I
Okay.
do have moderators. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So since I've been going live for, a few years off and on, I've met people who I don't even know.
Right.
Right. But
Yeah.
it's that sort of thing where it's long enough and then we become friends on Instagram as well. And it's just sort of
Right.
okay, okay, okay. So then, yeah, absolutely. And I feel very, very fortunate that the people who are moderators for me are all people who understand that I just want to be, I want everyone to feel safe and
Right.
welcome.
That's same here.
And
Same thing
yet
here.
at the same time, if there's even a whiff of troll, they're
Oh,
immediately gone.
LIH down there.
Yeah, yeah.
She's a
Because
shooter,
this is
sharpshooter. Boom, they're gone.
and
Yeah.
people will say all kinds of crazy things, because like my
Yeah.
hair is a
But
certain color and it's like,
oh, if you're
what? So,
female and you're middle
right.
aged, you are more of a target. I have noticed that since I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary here soon. being on TikTok as a host of a show.
Right.
Not as being on TikTok, but being a host of a show on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
I've noticed that crowds treat my guests differently if they're male versus female.
Oh, wow.
If
Fascinating.
they're oh yeah, I not these guys. These guys are cool down here, but I'm talking about those trolls that come in. You know,
Sure.
the guys typically were not trolled as much as often as the females. If a woman had a female guest and she had gray hair, you're more of a target.
Oh my gosh.
You are. You're more of a target to them, and they say things. I mean, I could rattle on. I could spend all day on that. But yeah, I have noticed, but I don't put up with that stuff. And
We don't either.
I
We
didn't put
don't
up with
either.
that
My
stuff in a
my
classroom. Why would I
moderators
put
and
up
I
with it?
don't put up
Yeah,
with
don't
it.
put up with that.
So, yep.
You
Yep.
know, I might give you a leash and kind of see where you're going. Because sometimes when they say stuff, you're like, okay, my senses are up. Let's see how far you're gonna go.
Right.
And sometimes it's like, yeah, no, you're gone. Bye.
Right.
You know. Yeah, but we haven't been getting a lot of trolls, and I say that, and they'll pop out of the woodwork. We haven't been getting a lot of trolls here lately, and I think part of it's because I don't think TikTok's pushing our show out.
Oh, sure.
Because when
Yeah,
it
there's
was
that.
pushing it out, we were getting, these people, and of course they would
Right.
come in and say stuff.
Right.
But yeah, but being that it's, you know what, sometimes small and intimate's okay. You know,
I think it's awesome.
yeah,
I mean, like I said, I was gonna sing no matter what.
yeah,
So if
it's
I go on
okay.
TikTok and meet like 5 people and then I meet 10 people and then yeah, and because of course, would I love to be singing for hundreds of people? Of
Yeah,
course.
sure.
Thousands of people, of course. But that's not the
So you said
why,
you're a
you know.
professional violinist.
I
Now,
am a professional
when you do
violinist.
those gigs, do
Yes.
you probably do hundreds of people?
I will absolutely play for thousands of people for
Yeah,
those
thousands
gigs.
for that. Yeah, okay.
And recently we had a sold out crowd this past Saturday. There was a mariachi group called Mariachi Vargas.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, an international sensational group that's been around for decades.
Mhm.
And they came to Tulsa and it was a sold out show. And the Tulsa Symphony, we performed with them. And it was one of the coolest concerts I've ever played because the music was something that I wasn't completely familiar with. The culture, it's not mine, but
Right.
seeing our Hispanic community, seeing all these Mexicans in the audience at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, like going crazy, knowing every word to every song, and
Isn't
getting to
that
play this
amazing?
music with these amazing legends, musicians, it was something else. So yeah, so as a violinist, like that's what I chose when I was young, and I feel like I'm kind of like made of music, and so I got good at it. I studied it, and I studied it. And so I have a master's degree in
Hmm.
violin pedagogy, and my of course my teaching certification. I've been teaching for almost 20 years,
Yeah,
and so to be able to live where I live and both teach and perform and to get to
that's
play
awesome.
classical music, to get to play music like the mariachi music. I got to play with the Eagles on their Hotel California tour. And my husband plays string bass and he also played that show. So
Awesome.
like I got to have an experience in this lifetime
Yeah,
where I was in front of tens of thousands of people and on a platform playing, Desperado with all the phones, and then there are the Eagles, like we're literally like making this music with them, like cannot freaking believe that even happens still. And then when we only played like 6 songs with them. So when we weren't playing with them, we were like in this room backstage, and I'm not kidding you, like I totally grabbed my husband, and when they were playing a slow song, I'm like slow dancing with him, and here's a
oh,
curtain, and then there's the Eagles just on the other side of that curtain, like playing that live while we're waiting to do this too. So
oh,
I
that's
get to
awesome.
have these awesome experiences, and it's all because of music in my head.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Well, that's your professional life with the violin.
right, it
We
is.
would love to hear you play your ukulele, wouldn't we, folks?
Okay, I
Wouldn't
would
we,
love
folks? Hey, folks, would
I,
you like to hear her play the ukulele for us and sing? Yes, Rebecca says.
oh, Rebecca,
Yes,
thank
Katie
you.
says. Serenity says
Hey,
yes.
Katie. I hadn't seen Katie yet.
Yeah. Oh, there's those little sporting
That's
those new
great. Steffi
emotes.
Marie says always.
Yeah, and I'll reset the goal. okay, for everybody, because
Okay,
I'll get
sounds
reminded.
good.
They'll remind me.
So I'm going to sing a song by Elton John called Rocket Man because
Awesome.
it's, well known. And I'm going to sing the whole song because I love it. And
You do you.
here it is. And I sing it all the time. And people seem to like it. So she packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a time. Let's fly. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round. I get to find not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. A rocket man burning out his fuse up here alone. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. And there's no one there to raise them. If you did. And all this science I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week. A rocket man. A rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round. I get to find not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. A rocket man burning out his fuse up here alone. I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Think it's gonna be a long, long time. There's some Rocket Man.
Ow. Yeah, that was in my ear. Woo. Hey, that was great. And thank you everyone for all the gifts. Thank you
Thank
for all the
you.
support. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I say thank you. And thank you for using those emotes down there. Oh, they're applauding now. So that was one of the hardest things I had to learn coming on TikTok was wait
Mm-hmm.
time is different.
Mm-hmm.
From live in a classroom, because you understand being live in a classroom versus being live on TikTok. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Storm, welcome in. So if you found that in your lives, oh, thank you so much.
I've actually found that, and I didn't do it this time, so I'm glad that things seem to be working okay.
Uh-huh.
But I tend to, before I go live, I'll go and I'll make sure that my app has been updated on my
Update the
phone.
app, clear the cache.
Because,
Yeah, I've learned that hard.
seriously, because then I will find that, if it hasn't been updated, then that's when things sort of are
Yeah,
extra delayed and
but
seem
there's
strange.
like a 5 second delay. I've counted.
There,
Because
there is it really that long?
yeah, it's about 5 seconds. I baseline.
That's
I baseline.
yeah,
There you go. I'm gonna talk.
yeah.
I'm gonna talk educator lingo. I baseline that, so it's about 5 seconds. So anyway, we get back on that. Yeah, I have had a hard time. I have to go. Okay, okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. There they are. Look. Oh,
Right, right.
it's just different because in a classroom you got to be, you got to
You
be
have
on
to be
stuff.
ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to
if you're
have
not
your
either
more.
on it or ahead of it, you're already
Yeah,
behind. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
true.
Trust me, folks. Yeah, yeah. I commend her for being in education
It
because let me
it
tell
takes
you,
a tremendous amount of energy.
Yeah.
But
Tell me.
I'm one of the lucky ones because I love to perform and I
Yeah.
teach music and I teach kids how to learn how to play instruments,
And
which
you do high
most of the
school,
time the
correct?
kids want to learn that. And I teach high school, so I
High
get to
school.
really,
Yeah,
there's,
they
you
control,
know,
but it's hey Russ, welcome in. They tend to not be as they don't have to have their zipper zipped and their noses wiped and
this is true. This is true.
things
Although
like that. I didn't
I
like the littles. You
I've
know.
I've taught all ages throughout my career. I
Yeah,
taught
I have
middle school
I
for
have
many years, and I even was an elementary school teacher for about a semester, which that was the hardest job I've ever had in my
yeah.
life
Oh
was
yeah.
teaching at an elementary school. Um,
Yeah,
but
people have
yeah,
no idea.
no,
Plus our kids are kids are talented too. Yes. I've heard that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm looking. Did any of your kids find out that you were going to come on tonight?
I don't know that any of my students know that I'm on, although I did tell many of their parents that I was coming
Oh,
on
okay. Okay.
because
Because kids like to troll.
I know, but I'm going to take the opportunity to say I've watched your show before, and
Oh,
I
okay.
know that you have usually asked, if people are streaming anywhere or have anything like that,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
what.
Okay.
And so I don't have, there's not anywhere other than TikTok where people can
TikTok's it, huh?
see, that's
Yeah.
it. However, I have one link on my profile, and the only link that's on both of my TikTok accounts
Hmm.
and on my Instagram account is
Uh-huh.
to raise money for my students to go to New York City in March. And when I go
Oh.
live and I sing songs, even though I'm doing this for me and for you, when I do receive gifts, and I've been so fortunate, my community of people that find me, they're so generous, and then they share. And I always seem to have just a little bit of luck when it comes to people finding me and going, oh, this is a real lady. And so all of
Hmm.
the gifts that I get on TikTok that go into my PayPal account also go towards that New York City trip. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to raise funds for my students, and
There you
I'm
go.
doing that by simply asking. I made a video right before this as well, so that I could be like, okay, that's all you have to do is just go to that video right there, And the thing is, really, honestly, all you have to do is share. It's like when we get on live and we have to say share, no, keep sharing. We
Keep
said share,
sharing. Yeah.
now
And thank
we're
you for
happy.
sharing,
Let's share
folks.
again. Share. That's really all it is, because my video, I think it's really silly because I hearken back to the old, like, people holding the sign, like, I bet this won't get 1 million likes. You remember, like, when the internet first started, I bet this won't, I bet this won't.
Yeah.
Well, I bet this music teacher won't raise $15,000. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I can.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
So,
So if you want a charity, in a sense, if you want to help a teacher, please, you know one now that needs
say thank
some
you.
assistance. So if you give her
That's
gifts,
so nice.
she's gonna use it for that.
Yes.
And I know if you give gifts here in chat and chill, I put it back in the universe, folks. Anything and everything I appreciate so much, but I give it back by going to people's lives and
Hmm.
supporting them. Or I've had days or events where we've had like Thanksgiving. I gave away some PayPal. It was subscription money I had. I was giving away. I'm giving back. I'm trying to give back to my community, my faithful
That's so
people who are
cool.
here, and that's what it should be about. So sharing is caring. So if and I understand some people get in predicaments where they can't give, and I trust me, I understand that. But if you know someone that's needing to support something, get behind something, there you go. Just letting you know. Letting you know, folks. And thank you so much. We have 19.3K likes. That's really cool. We're almost at 20K. I bet we could get to 20K.
I bet we
And
can
we
too.
have 18 people, 18 beautiful souls, as one of my friends says here on TikTok. Here in our little chat and chill show. And it's okay. We're in double digits at least. And look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Little Ironheads
Oh,
put
those are
music.
so cool.
Music is the universal language, and music ignites the soul. Yes, it sure does. 20K. Liza knows me too well.
Yes,
Steffi,
yes. I that's see
yes.
that there and there was the 5 seconds, but it's true. When I don't doubt
Uh-huh.
for a second, as long as Steffi Marie's in the house, it's
Yeah. She's
she's
there.
gifted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Kat, Annie, welcome in. Yes. So what did we cover? I gotta look at my notes. Got a cheat sheet over here. Oop. We did time zone. We talked about you have two accounts. How did you get we talked about how you kind of got started on TikTok. Um, and you kind of talked about how long you've been playing the ukulele. You talked about
Hmm.
that. Oh, we haven't talked about this one. So, who influenced you to get into music?
Ooh.
To be an
Mm.
educator, to play ukulele, play violin. What I mean, some people say family members, some people say, like people that are professional musicians.
Mhm.
You know, I hear various answers on that. So, what got you into music?
I I think I really was born just I think there are some people that are just born made of
Yeah, you
music,
were saying
like
something
they've
about
got
that.
this.
So, but was there
It's I know
any?
it sounds crazy. I think that maybe most humans have it in them and it just has to be fostered or something. But
Yeah.
for me, I was told stories of how when I was like just 2 years old, I would be at my grandparents' farm and my Uncle Mark told me he would give me a penny for every song that I could sing off the radio.
Oh,
And so
you're
since
like
I was a tiny little child, and
challenge
so then
accepted.
people like family members, and then like my mother's mother, my grandmother, she used to sing to me all the time and used to encourage me to sing all the
Okay, so
time.
you're
So
maybe a
I often
grandmother.
feel like she's with me when I sing.
Yeah.
But when I was in public school in the sixth grade, and I had the opportunity to choose an instrument, of course, I wanted to play the drums
Oh, yeah.
because I wanted to I'm a rock and roll kid at
Yeah.
heart.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
And and I had been playing piano since I was 9. I also play piano.
Uh-huh.
Um, and my mother was like, please play the violin. And I was like, no, I don't want to play the violin. No, no, no. And she said she always wanted to play the violin. They never could afford it. Just try it. Just try it. Well, with all of this, like being able to play by ear and already playing piano and already singing, and I started learning violin in my public school orchestra and took to it real quick. And ooh, there's a car alarm going on. Oh, there it's gone.
Okay,
Okay.
I heard it.
Um, so here I am playing the violin, and in just about 4 months, I was encouraged to audition for like a district orchestra,
Yeah.
and I did, and I got in. I was like the last chair, but I had only been playing for about 4 months, and so I took these
Okay.
emergency violin lessons just to figure out, what am I doing? So long story short, because of my teachers, especially my teacher, Mr. Peterson was my teacher, and he's still in the same town where I live
Mhm.
and plays cello in the symphony that I play in as well. And it's a really cool community we
Oh
have
yeah.
here. And
Coachella. Yes.
but because he saw in me that I could do it and said to me, hey, if you really love this, you can just do it forever. I had that kind of encouragement. And so I said, sure. And I was fortunate enough to have, again, the private lessons in addition to at school. And so I just went with it. And I went to summer music festivals in high school, and I went into college. And like I said, I have a master's degree now, and just kept playing and playing. And after that, then inspiration just comes from literally everyone and everywhere. I mean, it's all the musicians I get to play with, and it's the world, it's the trees and the birds and my kids,
Cool.
and all the greats, and like this new Leonard Bernstein movie that I can't wait to see with Bradley Cooper. Oh my
Mhm.
freaking gosh! Like the fact that they've made this movie about Lenny, I hope it's great.
Mhm.
But Leonard Bernstein is someone who I never got to meet, but I'm crazy inspired by him and
Mhm.
the music that he wrote and created, and all these recordings that exist. And I'm sitting in our music room right now, which I could show all the records that we have. But yeah, so that's sort of, I guess, a longer answer,
No, I totally.
but
It's
that's why I
amazing.
am where I am. And
People have different answers on that. Yeah, and
and it's
sometimes
the
it's not
reason
just
that
one person.
well, it's also the
You
reason
know.
why I'm a public school music teacher now because
Mhm.
not I mean, yeah, it's a great job to have a steady job where I'm literally getting to just play music and teach music, and of course it's much harder than that, but I get to
Oh
do
yeah.
what I love and what I was made to do, and I feel so fortunate. But I do it in a public school because I'm giving back to like all these kids that I've taught now have the same kind of opportunities that I got, And I know
Yeah.
for a fact that had it not been for me picking up the violin when I was in the 6th grade, I would not have traveled as young as I did. I would not have found my way out of the middle of our country in our central time zone. And so that's another reason why, again, like now that I'm a music teacher, I take my students to Chicago and Nashville and St. Louis and
Oh,
now New
wow.
York
Yeah.
City. And we're
Yeah.
going to New York City in
Band
March,
trip,
and it's
band
going to be
trips.
crazy. So
So do you do just concert bands, or do you have a marching
for
band, or
me,
you
it's string orchestra. So it's
string
violin, viola,
orchestra?
cello, and then the string bass. So it's string orchestra.
Okay. So you're
But
the string.
starting in a couple weeks, the band students will be joining us because we just had our regional contest. But when we go to contest in February, it will be a full orchestra, and the kids are
Oh,
going to play
wow.
Beethoven, and it's going to be great.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
and
I was gonna
and
say you
my
must be
when
in a
Steffi
rather
Marie,
large. You're in a
I'm
rather
sorry.
large high. You're in a rather large high school to
It
have a
is. It is.
string
It is.
orchestra
It's. I
separate.
teach in the largest school district in the state, and it's one of the
Wow.
bigger
Yeah.
schools. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
it's
not every
really.
high school has that. Yeah.
Oh no, of course not. I
No.
mean, no, no, no. And even in
Some of
our
them are just
district,
lucky to have a band. I'm
right,
just saying.
right,
Just
right.
yeah.
But but I'm
Yeah.
happy to be doing what I'm doing, and I love it, and
Well,
I love
that's
my
great.
students.
Well, folks, would you like to hear a song? Because we've been chatting. I know we've been chatting. And you know what? You made another goal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all that. Thank you for your presence. We've been in the 20s with people being here. We're in the 23 point, almost 24K likes.
Wow.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Little
Mm.
says yes. Yes. She says yes. She says yes. She has an A in there instead of an E, which drives me crazy when
Yes.
people, yeah, that keeps
Well,
in me.
so should I sing an old Beatles song?
Oh,
Or should I
how would you like?
sing a Carole King song that I've turned on its head? Katie always
Well,
wants another song. I love it.
so we got Beatles, folks.
Yeah.
We have a Carole King song that she's turned on its head. I'm quoting. Oh, I hear Carole King. Put it down in the chat. What would you like to hear? Looks like I'm here just in time. Yes, you are, Chris. Oh,
Which Beatles?
which
This
Beatles?
one. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you.
Before your
Tomorrow I'll
time.
miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I've been missing and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day and I'll send all my loving to you. Now you sing the melody. All my ooh, all my ooh, all my loving, all my loving, ooh, all my loving, I will send to you. That Beatles song. Thank
That one,
you.
folks.
Thank
That one.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
that
Thank you.
one,
Thank
everyone. Thank you,
you.
thank you. And I was just getting ready to set the a new live goal. Thank you for
Oh my
that.
gosh.
Thank you, folks.
Um, I would love to sing the Carole King song if that's okay. Do we have
Hey, let's
time?
do it. Let's do it.
Okay. All
Yeah, it'll
right.
give me time to
This.
reset. Woo!
Okay. Cool. All right.
Oh,
Here we
little
go.
iron head. That is so pretty.
Oh, little Ironhead. How much fun is that? Tonight you're mine completely. Is this a lasting treasure or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sighs? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know that your love is love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Thank you.
Awesome. Woo!
Thank you.
Awesome. See, they're applauding now. See, it's that delay. Yeah, there it is. See, I told you. You count about 5. Yeah, you know.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all sharing with us. I mean, oh, hey, Eric, hello. Welcome in. It, it means a lot. It means a lot to all of us. So I think you don't have any other music on any other platforms. We've already talked about that.
No, I just have a link in my profile to
Do you
help
do any
support
original
kids.
music? Do you do anything like, do you
Do I?
compose any
I
original? Or do you just do covers?
I mostly do covers.
Yeah.
The few originals that I have are these silly little bops that I've come up with that you'd have to find, you know, like I wrote a song called Block a Bot on TikTok, but I wouldn't even remember how to play it right now because it's been so long.
I so understand those little ditties.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But
I
my
think it's the educator in
daughter,
us.
yeah, but my daughter writes songs like every day, and she wrote a song called Lasagna Manzana. So that's posted on that's like pinned, because that's a little song that she came up with.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a little ditty, but ooh, look at those. That's so nice. Oh my
Little
gosh,
eye. Are you
on
being?
head?
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes. That's so
Well,
sweet.
thank you so much.
That's so sweet.
So
of you to
yeah,
do that.
so do I write songs? You know, the only song that I wrote that I was sitting on my porch and I said, "It don't take too much to make me happy. Just a couple of birds singing in a tree." I think this is an original. It don't take too much to make me happy. Just a song in my head and my ukulele.
That's good. Yeah.
And then there's a part of the song that's about strife and hard times, and I don't really know what the words are yet. It's just, you know, that's a part of life, is that it's not always great. And then that's a part of the song, it repeats again because that makes sense because of the form, and I like going from major to minor like that.
Oh,
and then this chord right here, I love this chord. And then I thought, when I wrote this song, I said to my community on TikTok, you tell me things that make you happy, and then I'll put it in the song. So people in the chat right now, people in the chat, say something that makes you happy.
My guest last week,
it don't take too much.
She did that. She wrote a song from all the comments in a live.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that I do because I can play by ear. And so when I play my violin, like if you wanted to, for the last part of the show, have me take out my violin, any Christmas song anybody wants to hear, anything,
would you like to hear that?
Or anything, I am a human jukebox. So I would be more than happy.
Request line is now open.
I would be more than happy.
The request line.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, Little says please.
So.
Oh my gosh.
It's always weird to say. Which Christmas song do you want to hear, Rebecca?
This is professional.
White Christmas. Uh, let's see. Let's see. To be honest, that's one that I love to sing a lot. Is the Christmas song, because I was singing to my little babies before they'd fall asleep, and it would always make them fall asleep. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Silent Night is a beautiful one.
Wow.
Well, thanks.
Wow. I mean, literally, wow. I'm like, now I got to ask you this question, and you all can answer it too down the chat. Do you ever get where you hear a song like I'm hearing you play the violin solo, but I'm like hearing an other fills of other in my head. I'm hearing like a whole orchestra going in my head with
Oh,
it.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, is that just me? It might be just me because my brain's wired different.
I
And
love how your brain is wired.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm hearing a cello.
Oh,
I'm
that's
here, I'm
awesome.
here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm hearing the whole vibe. Yeah, yeah. It's just, yeah. Anybody else doing that down there? Is it me, Squirrel? That's why Squirrel's my kind of my mascot because my brain goes all over the place. But anyway, I do. I don't know. Maybe it's because yeah, there's my squirrel. Yeah, squirrel. Yeah, maybe it's because I used to play, and that's why I think it should be. Yeah. It's just me. Thank you, Eric. I knew you'd be honest. Thank you.
Steffi Marie says, nope, it's not just you.
Oh, okay. There's somebody else. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But Eric's funny.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. Ruthie says just you. I think maybe it varies. Some people do. Some people, yeah. Like when I play guitar, like I don't play well. I picked it up because it's not an instrument that you need air to, my air
Yeah.
capacity is kind of limited. I'm like a C minus if I was grading my lung capacity. But I used to play in an orchestra and I retired from playing that instrument because it required too much.
Yeah.
I wanted to be better, like I don't like being I want to, yeah. So I picked up a guitar and started playing, and I play by ear. And I like to pick out the parts. Like when you're doing Silent Night,
Yeah.
I like to play silent night. I love to do Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love to try to put little ditties in there and mix
Yeah.
because I'm hearing in my head more than just G,
That's so
D,
cool.
C. I'm hearing
Right.
more than
Oh
just a
yeah.
chord. I
Oh
want
yeah.
more. I want it to
Oh
be
yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's me. Maybe that's just some of us. Yeah.
No, it sounds like you're made of music too, actually.
Yeah, kind of. I just not good
Yeah.
at performing it.
Well,
Yeah.
you just keep hearing it and loving it and doing what you
Yeah.
love and
Yeah. So I bring musicians here. This is what I get. I get accused of bringing a lot of musicians to the show, and it's because I love music.
well,
There you go.
I'm so grateful that you love music and that you popped into my live a couple months ago
Yeah,
and reached out and said, "Hey, you want to come chat?" I was
yeah,
like,
I'm
"Heck
like,
yeah, I want to
yeah,
chat
I
and
love to have you
show."
on the show. And I'm like, her face though is familiar. I've seen her. Oh,
This is
but
what I
was it
really
a different? It
do.
wasn't a ukulele. A
It's so
violin.
funny.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Little wants to make a request. Yes. May you make a request? Well, I guess you can. You're able to. Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you may. She said may. She's a teacher's kid. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You know how many kids would come up to me and say, "Can I sharpen my pencil? Can I go to the restroom?" I'm like, "I don't know. Can you? Do you know
Yeah.
how?" And they'd be like, "May I?" I'm like, "Yeah. Yes, you
Yeah.
may."
Yeah.
It's
All
not a
right.
standing joke. Sorry, folks. I'll
Let's
be
see.
home for Christmas, please, she
Uh-huh.
says.
Um, oh, thanks, little Ironhead. Thanks for the request.
Wow. And I'm like, okay. And I was hearing like, and there you went. And I'm like,
I
yes,
know.
she got
I
a little
know,
fill
because
in
we can't
there. I
help it.
like it. I like it.
Okay, so this is a true story.
Okay.
So something that I do with violin is that I go and I play, in addition to like playing in an orchestra, I also play chamber music, which means
Mhm.
like a smaller group, right?
Right.
And so I play a lot of string quartets, but I also play a lot of strolling violin, just like at a local
Oh,
museum, they're having a party, and so I walk
cool.
around for an
So you get a
hour
little gig doing that. Yeah.
and so, yeah, so I mean, and I will play for anyone, anywhere. And so oftentimes once, I've been playing for a little while and I kind of because I love people, obviously. So I'll play and then I'll kind of talk to people if they want to talk. And I start taking requests, right? And so I swear this thing will happen where even if it's a song that I don't think I know really well, if I have heard it, at some point in my long life that I've had so far, I swear if the person who requested it really knows that song, it's almost as if it's going from their brain, like into my brain. Like I can hear that they, although I'm not hearing it, but it's like some sort of like telepathic, like they love the song so much that like I'm playing like a vessel what they want to hear. And of
So
course that might
I
sound
wanted to hear
crazy,
that little ditty and you did it.
but yeah, I'm serious. I mean, I really, and here we're on a phone, right? We're not even physically
Right.
in the same place,
No.
but there's some sort of music connection. Some music does something in the brain
Mhm.
that nothing else can.
Right.
We haven't even scratched the surface to, the neuroscience with music.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
believe that when we continue to go more into music therapy and explore these things, that, yeah, there's a lot that can connect us,
I used
than we
music
can
a
even
lot
put
at
words to.
school when I
So,
taught. Like I taught special ed. So if traditional teaching techniques worked for them, they wouldn't have needed me. So a lot of times music was the way to reach them, to get them to learn whatever it
Mhm.
was, And I would make up ditties all the time. I take songs. Do you ever do that? Take a song and you change the lyrics?
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
do. I
Oh
found
yeah.
out if you did current songs that were popular, like "You ruined a good song," and I'm like, okay, fine. The lyrics were not
Oh,
appropriate for school, but okay,
right.
I ruined
Right.
it, huh? All right, kids. So I found that the '80s genre worked really well. Good beats, whatever. They didn't know the words. I could do
Yeah.
whatever. And I had a couple kids, they would come back to school and say, "Yeah, my mom or dad or whatever was driving down the road, and the agenda book song came on, and they're like, I told my mom that those lyrics aren't right. That's not how that song goes."
That's
It,
hilarious.
because they would learn whatever at school.
Right.
But yeah, I use music a lot because music is very therapeutic, and it helps be able to memorize things and learn things in a different way that typically, like in gen ed, they didn't use. Well, some of them were starting to use. I don't know. I
Hmm.
think I was rubbing off on them, but that's
Good.
because I was known to do like flash mobs in the hallway and play music
Yep.
really
So
loud,
are we.
and then apologize later for it.
Yeah.
It was easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. Just saying.
Always.
Anyway, enough of that stuff. Reminiscing. Yes, I'm retired from all that good stuff. And what am I doing? I'm on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah.
Talking to
Yeah.
teachers
Talking
and
to
talking
teachers.
about,
You know what?
yeah.
You are not my first educator here on the show. You dude, I was looking for him. I didn't see him. He's a retired teacher and he plays the ukulele
Oh,
and
cool.
he's on TikTok. Who else was a teacher? There's one of my brain. There's been a couple that were teachers or are teachers or were teachers,
Yep.
and they're here on TikTok and they play music, and it's just amazing, So I'm gonna give the plug, everyone. Are you ready? If you're not following Liza V right now, you need to be on Liza V sings. She does ukulele, and she sings, duh. And if you follow one, a lot of times, like Little was teaching me how to, find stuff because I'm like, there was another. There, I know there was. I
She
know.
has a twin sister.
Yeah, I know it was her, and I'm like, she played. There was a violin. It was a violin, and then she goes, "Mom, you just put in Liza and whatever," and she goes, "Oh." I go, "Oh, there it is." She goes, "Yeah, duh."
Yep.
You know. Yeah,
That's
so
my other account.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, at Violin Soul. Oh, she put it in, everyone. Violin Soul. If you want to hear violin, if that's your thing, you can go to Violin Soul and hear some stuff. And or you can be like me and follow both. Of course, Violin Soul, I think I was just following you before. And I think I saw that you're now following me back.
Yes.
So we're
Oh, yes,
friends.
of
Yes,
course.
yes, yes,
Of
yes,
course.
yes. Well, I'm looking at the time. We have 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Last time for requests or questions or requests, whatever you would like, because I usually ask them and I was remiss the last time. So I will give that out there for you. And I know it takes a few seconds. So if you have a question or you have a request, either way, we have 2 minutes to the show will be over. So I'll let you know something. Yes, I see. How
Yes.
long have you played the violin? Oh, yeah. She's been playing that, would you say, since sixth grade?
I have. I've been playing the violin for about 30 something years, 32 years.
Whoa.
Can I play that George Harrison song I love to play? I can play just 1 minute of it.
Yeah, sure. Or you can go over. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Please hold of my hand, that I might understand you. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, keep me free from birth now, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Thanks for the request, Tucker. He's been with me for a while. He's one of my subscribers, and he knows what I love to sing. And I love to
that song
sing.
kind of sums it up, about the vibe and just
kind of does, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna go TikTok live to put good stuff out there, I'm gonna be singing words that mean like what I want the world to be.
Yeah.
And people can listen to that and say that's a crazy old gray-haired lady or whatever, some but blah blah blah. This is my life right now, and I want a world that has peace and love, where everyone feels free to be who they are, and that's pretty much it. So gosh darn it, Ironhead, thanks so much for having me on your show.
She's got the teacher here. She knows, man. She's like, okay. Yeah. I know. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. And everyone, did you appreciate her being here? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we need music. I went too fast on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. But yeah, here it is. Yes. See, I told you. You got to do 1, 2. Can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to go. Yeah. Wait time's different. I'm telling you. I would love to have you back. What do you all think? Would you like to have her back sometime? Maybe I could get you and Uke together. We could have dueling ukuleles. And he's an educator as well. That's
love
retired. That would be cool. Because like a lot of times when people come back on the show, we do like a reunion. And I put multiple guests together because, you've done all the chatting solo. Sure. You do updates. And then, when the more people you have to play, like 2 or 3, that it makes it, just a little more interesting, I think. Yeah. Eric says, yes, absolutely. I think so too.
Cool.
I'm already feeling it. Her and Uke. Uke's been on before. I'm thinking that would be a great pairing. What do you think? They say yes. On that note, thank you, everyone. Again, don't forget to follow. I'm going to play the Chat and Chill theme song out.
Nice.
And then the short version. And then I play the song by Crazy Frog. It's from my school days. It's Kiss 'Em Goodbye. I play a few seconds so they can all say bye.
Okay.
It's something I used at school, the kids. It's
cool.
like, yeah, bye, get out of here, go. I got to go make a TikTok, They knew my humor. Anyway, all right, here we go, folks. Nicely done, Lisa. Yes. Liza. Yes.
It is Liza.
Liza.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ironhead, for pronouncing my name correctly.
Oh,
yeah.
Part of the job.
Woo!
Here goes.
Peace and love and light.
We're glad. See, they're saying bye. Take care. Yes. Everyone, have a good one. Bye. They're saying bye. And I can just do a few seconds, and then I'll count down, and then we'll be out here. Catch you later. Thanks for sharing, Liza. Good night, everyone, Larry says. Yeah, good night. It's almost time for us to do countdown. It's getting there. I know when in the music where it should happen. Okay, you ready? It's coming up. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. We'll see you right here on the TikTok. Bye.